Breath is the bridge which connects life to consciousness, which unites your body to your thoughts. Whenever your mind becomes scattered, use your breath as a means to take hold of your mind again. That's a quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. As we move through these poses today, connect with your breath. Observe when you inhale. Be aware when you exhale. Just be mindful of your breath as we move through the poses. Come on to all fours, coming into tabletop. Start with your knees below your hips and your wrists below your shoulders. If this bothers your knees, you can place a blanket or double up your mat under your knees. And if this bothers your wrists, walk your hands forward an inch or so and think of pressing into the fingertips and the knuckles rather than the wrists. Take some of the weight out of the wrists. Walk your knees together. Straighten your right leg out behind you. Right heel same height as right hip. Now lower that right hip so it's level with your left. Strong core. Extend the left arm forward. Push the left fingertips forward, but draw that left shoulder into your body. Stretch your right foot back and draw that right hip into your body as you stretch your foot back. Breathe. As you exhale, round your back, bring your elbow and knee to touch. Just hold here. Inhaling, lengthen. Straighten the arm and leg. And exhale, bring them together. On your next inhale, straighten the arm and leg and pause. Now lower that hand and knee to the mat and straighten your left leg behind you, toes pointing towards the mat. Lower that left hip so it's level with your right. Strong core. Extend the right arm forward. Reach forward with your fingertips as you draw that shoulder into your body. Stretch your left foot back as you draw that left hip into your body. As you exhale, round your back, bring your elbow and knee to touch. Continue to breathe. Exhale, straighten the arm and leg. Slowly bring the elbow and knee to touch. And straighten. One more time, bring the elbow, knee, and knee to touch. Now lower your hand and knee to the mat. Tuck your toes and gently lift your knees up off the mat, just an inch or so. Hold here. Use your core, your abdominal muscles, to support your spine. Slowly lower down. Now bring the right knee to the right elbow. And lower. Left knee to left elbow. And lower. Right to right. Down. Left to left. Down. And right. Down. And left. Down. Now tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the mat, maybe 4 or 5 inches. Slowly lower down almost to the mat without touching and hold. Bring the knees back up. And down without touching. And up. And almost down. And up. And now almost down. Hold. And all the way down. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the mat and walk your feet forward to your hands and bow forward. Let your upper body drape towards the mat. Think of just hinging at the hips, the low back. Play with straightening one leg, maybe the other, perhaps both. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Check in with your feet. Have them hip distance apart. Place your hands on your hips. Keep your spine nice and tall and straight. Bend your knees. Your knees might naturally go past your toes, so sit your hips back so your knees, if you look down, you can see your toes. Maybe sit a bit more deeply. Shoulders back. Option to stay here. Maybe bring your palms together at your heart center. Maybe reach your arms forward, shoulders back. Think of sitting more deeply. In Utkatasana. Strong core still. If for a little more engagement, think of energetically squeezing your ankles and knees together. And now push them apart. And together one more time. And apart. Maybe sit more deeply, just a couple more breaths. As you exhale, fold. Breathe here. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, step your right foot back behind you. Big step back, hands on hips. Bend that left knee, bring the right hip forward. Right heel can stay down with the toes out or lifted. See what feels best. Really think of sinking the hips towards the mat. Left knee in alignment with the left foot. Maybe sit more deeply. Inhale, arms up. And keep that left knee above or behind the ankle. If it goes past, take a bigger step back. Notice your breath. Has it changed at all? Think of straightening that back leg. One more breath. Exhale, lower your arms and step the right foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, palms together. And lower your arms. Now step your left foot straight back, a big step back. Hands on hips, bend that right knee, bring your left hip forward. Hips and shoulders parallel to the front of the mat. Left heel can be down or lifted. Think of sinking your hips towards the mat. Careful the alignment of the right knee and foot. Inhale, arms up. Continue to breathe. Be aware of your breath. Maybe sink more deeply, lowering your hips. Option to straighten that back leg. Lift your fingertips up, but lower your shoulders away from your ears. Strengthen your core to support your spine. Breathe here. And now lower your arms and step your left foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Turn and face the side of your mat and take your feet wider than your hips. Pivot on your heels and turn your toes out. Nice strong core, spine is straight, shoulders back, shoulders stay directly above your hips. So if you fold forward, come on back up. Now bend your knees, and now adjust your feet so your knees and toes are pointed in the same direction. Arms up in an L-shaped position. Soft toes, maybe even lighten them off the mat. Lower your shoulders, elbows back. Maybe sit more deeply in Utthita Konasana. So shoulders are soft, hands can be relaxed. Feet are pressed firmly into the mat to support the pose. Continue to breathe to support the pose. Maybe sink more deeply. One more breath. Slowly straighten the legs and lower the arms. Walk your feet together. Come on to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Soft knees as you exhale, spine straight, lead with your chest to fold. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. And breathe. Place both hands on the mat, spread your fingers wide. Each wrist directly below each shoulder. Step one foot back and then the other. Coming into Palakasana. Elbows close to your rib cage. And slowly lower down to the mat. Place the tops of the feet on the mat. Hands are just resting on the mat. Push your belly into the mat to lift your chest forward and up, shoulders back. Tops of the feet stay on the mat. Observe your breath. And slowly lower down, tuck your toes, pressing your hands into the mat. Lift up through plank pose and hips up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees and walk your feet forward to your hands. And fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, fold. Slowly inhale to rise all the way to standing. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Release your hands. Feet hip distance apart. Step your right foot back. Bend that left knee. Inhale, arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Maybe deepen the lunge. Exhale, palms together at your heart center. Step your right foot forward beside your left. Release your hands. Now step your left foot back. Bend your right knee. Bring that left hip forward. Inhale, arms up. Into Warrior 1 on the other side. Think of deepening the lunge. Allow your breath to support each pose. As you exhale, bring palms together at your heart center. Step your left foot forward. Inhaling, arms up over your head. Bend your knees slightly, keep your spine straight. As you exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhaling, come halfway up to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together at your heart center. Release your hands. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.